And he's
Okay.
using music and entertainment to sex traffic,
How
who
was
was
he victimized?
mentored by Clive Davis.
Furthermore, he's utilizing music and diversion to sex traffic, was tutored by Clive Davis. Currently, supposedly, purportedly Diddy got kneeling down for Clive Davis in 1994. I'm here to say that sexual openness does exist. And for me, I went to it after my second marriage fizzled. And I dated ladies. And I dated a couple of men. And I cut off up in a friendship with a man, Panther Wright, has become one of the furthest down the line individuals to uncover Diddy by sharing a few serious charges that hint he's a dealer, that as well as cases that he figured out how to run this activity from his coach, Clive Davis. As all of you might understand the case among Diddy and Cassie, where she sued him for said TV and dealing, has as of late settled after the two consented to drop charges after Diddy paid an undisclosed measure of cash to Cassie, not long after anyway. Two additional supposed casualties approached blaming Diddy for and numerous other serious violations. Now many are expressing that there are a lot more people who were supposedly survivors of Diddy these wrongdoings. This isn't elite to Diddy anyway. Puma Wright has guaranteed that the business is loaded up with influential men who use their strong situations to traffic and exposition more youthful individuals who are surpassed by their impact. One of these influential people being Clive Davis, a strong figure in the recording business who gave Diddy a hand in kicking off his notorious mark Terrible Kid amusement. Yet what truly went down among Diddy and Clive? And is their relationship the motivation behind why these egregious violations have never been completely indicted? We'll break everything down for you, so continue to watch. I genuinely believe is only an outrageous egotist who loves influence. He cherishes the capacity to control and control individuals. Why, in all probability, since he was misled by his guide, the claim Cassie documented against Diddy was just the start of what might later unfurl to be a wreck of privileged insights violations and charges. In light of the fact that only multi-week after the two both settled their case for an undisclosed measure of cash, two additional casualties approached professing to have been survivors of a few upsetting claims, which include the two of them being one of these two ladies being Happiness Dickerson Neal, who recorded a common claim against Diddy in New York High Court and requested a preliminary by jury. Her cases go as far as possible back to 1991, when she consented to go out on the town with Diddy during their date. Her beverage was supposedly spiked, making her soon after be in an actual state where she was unable to walk, nor stand all alone. Because of the substance, his bliss was unconsciously enabled she to battle Diddy off. She likewise guarantees that Diddy then video recorded the whole season of himself, trying her to later show everybody inside their circle. As per the claim, Euphoria went to the police and documented report in New York and New Jersey, promptly addressing a few examiners with expectations of having the option to squeeze charges against Diddy. Tragically, she was led by the investigators know that her claims which should be validated. The third affirmed casualty documented a common suit asserting that Diddy, as well as vocalist Aaron Lavie, alternated attempting her in the mid-90s. The one who requested to be kept unknown asserted that she was gone after by Diddy while she went to an all-nighter at Aaron Corridor's condo. The claim expresses that whenever Diddy was finished with her, that evening she laid in bed stunned and damaged, while she endeavored to deal with what had quite recently simply occurred. As she was getting dressed, Paul went into the room she was in, nailing her down and constraining himself onto her. As these stunning disclosures are being told to the world, more unverified reports started flowing asserting there to be more individuals who were casualties to Diddy's activities in the past who anticipate approaching sooner rather than later. These casualties are not just restricted to ladies anyway, as men have likewise professed to have been attempted by Diddy. As per sources, Diddy likewise attempted a portion of the male laborers that he had paid to partake in Cassie's constrained oddity offs. Diddy's guardian Jenan Bargan affirmed these charges in a meeting where he said that Diddy employed those male laborers for his very own requirements. That as well as expressed how throughout the long term, he would have regular experiences with men at Turkish baths he didn't maintain that it should return to him. In a manner you realize he recruiting individuals, he going to put everything on her, 'cause she understood what he enjoyed. 'Cause she wasn't recruiting it, for her don't get that effed up craftsmanship, assuming you feel that she was recruiting those male for herself, nah hang tight beyond Turkish baths for you understand what they do in the Turkish showers. That is what a ton of gay men meet. And they all clean up together 2 times, some of the time 3 times each week me. And the driver be outside, he'll run into the Turkish shower, setting to the side Diddy sexuality a portion of the additional unsettling charges. Include him dealing and trying all kinds of people for quite a long time unnoticed. And as per Panther Right, the main explanation he's had the option to try not to get found out by the police is a result of his associations with other all-around associated dealers in the business. For example, Clive Davis, during a meeting with Storm Monroe Puma, said that Diddy might have possibly been prepped into attempting by his late guide in Uptown, Heap's pioneer Andrew Harold, who thusly was prepped by his guide Clive Davis Puma, said that Diddy used his strong situation inside the business to traffic all kinds of people in the wake of having purportedly being educated how to by Andrew and Clive. My concentrate right presently is seen KSOK explain to us. Why explain to us? Why, since he's a dealer? And he's utilizing music and amusement to traffic. Currently is this will be this equitable young men. Young ladies, grown-ups, kids. Like it, I mean, from what I've heard from sources that I would consider dependable, it truly doesn't make any difference. Wow. I don't think sexuality is something that has a say in orientation as of now. For Sinai, I genuinely believe he's an outrageous egomaniac who loves influence. He adores the capacity to control individuals. Why, undoubtedly on the grounds that he was exploited by his guide, who wanted to control individuals, and his coach. Was Andretel let us know how was guide by Clive Davis. She brought up that Andrew Harrell terminated Diddy from Motown Records in 1993, making him not long after start his own name, known as Terrible Kid, which immediately outperformed Uptown. In 2019, Diddy shared his recognition for Clive, saying, Clive Davis and Arista Records gave me an opportunity. When I was beginning Terrible Kid Amusement, he was one of the primary business leaders who truly had confidence in me. I'm everlastingly thankful for him. Puma said that the justification for why Diddy was simply ready to fabricate his awful kid realm so rapidly during that phase of his life was a direct result of the blessings he would accomplish for him. Andrew got ignored. Like, how would you go from being the leader of Uptown and losing your whole organization to your assistant? Like, little guy began as an assistant. She additionally proposed that Clive assisted Diddy with concealing his 1991 City School episode, where 9 individuals were killed during a rush at a foundation ball game that was coordinated by Diddy himself. The casualties went from Kid's pregnant lady and the sweetheart of Rare, Father MC, who was endorsed to Uptown Records at that point. And he got brilliant, and he paid attention to every one of his consultants, generally Clive Davis. And he won like not entirely settled to win like no one realized that he not entirely settled to win like that entire thing with Father RC. He concealed that thing genuine quick, and he didn't have legitimate security, he didn't have appropriate licenses. And there was a charge and Father MC's lady got stomped on to death. And how can one approach concealing something to that effect? Well, I mean, obviously, you pay individuals from everything that I've been said, shockingly anyway. Diddy denied being liable for the misfortune. As per various sources, Diddy excused the admonitions he got from his security, who brought up that the occasion was seriously overbooked, which could without much of a stretch reason a misfortune to the extent that Clive Davis and Hiko reports recommend that Clive assisted Diddy with beginning Awful Kid, because on the grounds that he would supposedly be taking over Andrew Harrell's place as Clive Don Juan. So Clive Davis is over Arista, which is over Diddy's Awful Kid record, presently allegedly, supposedly Diddy got kneeling down for Clive Davis in 1994. And that is the way Awful Kid Records came about the two offer at Ton and Lake Manor. Besides the fact that the two people been in have strong and very much regarded positions inside their industry, they have additionally both confronted numerous claims in regards to dealing and attempting people. And to top everything off, the two of them have had many individuals who have worked with them wind up biting the dust under puzzling conditions. For instance, Clive has had a well-established paranoid fear, which attaches him to the passing of Whitney Houston. On February 11, 2012, Whitney was found dead in her bath at a Beverly Hilton Inn. While Clive was planning for his pre-Grammy party, when everybody got the news that Whitney had passed, he chosen to keep facilitating the occasion.